There you go. Get that first. Hi, Black Cat. I'm getting my shit together. Hang on. Okay, get your gambling on, Twitch viewers. We are all dogs in God's hot car. What a thing to say. Yes, it is the Carmilla stream. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. We got a few more seconds on the prediction. I'll let that go. I think I got everything set up. Oh my goodness. We'll find out. I'm sure I'm gonna have to adjust the camera when we get over there. Can I get a salute in chat for my 36 stream streak that's gonna break because of my upcoming trip? No, Jam. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. You deserve better than that. And then Nickel showing up, wow, right in front of your face with the 65 stream streak. Well done, Nickel. That competitive side coming out strong. Y'all look at this skin that I saw for Ursa here. Look at how cute that is. Speaking of being a dog in a hot car though, I think that I need to get my hands on a fan or I'm gonna be the dog in the hot car. So I'll be right back and then we'll get started. Oh, that feels so much better. Okay, hopefully that isn't too loud in the microphone or anything. Okay. Your mom is in the hot car with you. We'll definitely make her drink water, yeah. Don't even hear it? Good. That's the goal. Let's play Pufferdole. Y'all ready for this? You're gonna be lurky today because you're packing and kind of stressed? Well, I hope it goes smoothly. It won't be so bad. Just kind of throw everything that you need at your bag and then worry about making it nice after you've got it all picked out. All right. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think that this is gonna be something like a perch. I'm guessing perch. Oh, okay. Well, you know, we tried. I was going, I wanted to do something a little different today. There you go. There you go, everyone. The believers shot down once again. Alright, so it is an any weather fish. It is not an anytime fish, interestingly enough. It is not found in the town, forest, pond, or lake. And winter is only one of the seasons that it is found in. So I'm gonna guess an ocean fish next. Let's see about a sardine. Okay, it's not a sardine, but it is an ocean fish. And it's found not specifically between 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Spring, fall, and winter is partially correct, though. So we know it has to be winter. Winter is for sure one of the seasons. And it's not going to be found in the Gender Ocean. It's only the ocean. Don't forget to drink your milk. Wow. Night market fish? No, it's got to be an ocean fish. Ocean only. Not Renstarian. Not you ganging up on me with Nickel. Can't be a herring, which is good. I would have been pissed if it was a herring. It's not gonna be a red mullet. Okay, this is pretty narrowed down at this point. There's not that many things that it can be. It could be an albacore. Hey, we got it. Interesting. I would not have expected that to be an albacore for sure. Night market fish do not count as ocean. No, they are specifically marked as market. Because they are only found at the night market. You can consider that like saying deep sea fish, right? A 5-year-old kid said to you, if I can't hear you, then I don't have to listen. I mean... You're a camp counselor? Well, I mean, he's kinda got a point. I'm assuming gender here. I'm realizing there's no pronouns in that. They kind of have a point. If they can't hear you, then what is there to listen to? But I have a feeling they're just being a little shit also. Okay, let's see how off the camera angle is. Are you ready? Oh, that's pretty bad. Put that back. Okay. I did not adjust this prior to stream, so I was like, this is going to be a complete surprise. Okay. That's not so bad. Gosh, I can't wait to get a new arm for this thing. It's going to be so much better. Assuming gender during Pride Month? I know. I know. Am I even gay? Like, come on. He was being a pain because it was the 3rd or 4th time you'd gotten onto him. Oh, I see. I see. So he could hear you. He could hear you, and therefore, by his own logic... I see, I knew it was a boy. I fucking knew it was a he, him. By his own admission, he could hear you and therefore did have to listen. That's literally his rules that he came up with. So I hope you called him on that. Tell him something he wants to hear, then say, no, I never said that. Well, since you can't hear me, how can you confirm that? Exactly. You better be taking notes for tomorrow. Okay, let me pull up my crochet patterns here. So I picked out a couple of patterns based on the suggestions that I got. I'm not necessarily going to make these exactly as pictured. Okay, that one already came up. Let me see here. But these are the things that we're playing with. So I think I for sure want to make this exactly like this. And then for this one, I'm not sure if I want to do the full thing. Part of the reason I got this one is because I felt like they had a bunch of different patterns that were basically just like this, but different variations. So I think for today, I want to do the tulip hat because a flower hat was highly requested from the survey. And then I want to do a version of just the base of this. And maybe instead of doing some spikes, put some like little puff flowers on the back here and have it match the tulip hat. So it's kind of like a set. And then I did also get the dragon hat that goes with that regular pattern for future use. But I think the tulip hat's going to be our pick for today. All right, so let me adjust this here. Make that. Okay. Then I need it to be. Need to make that go away. Okay, excellent. So now that's up there. Or dino. It's called dragon. The pattern is called a dragon pattern, so you're not wrong. Okay, let's see what we need here. We need a 3mm hook, which is good because that is the one that I already pulled out. Oh, wait, this is the 3.5. Fuck. Where's my hooks? There we go. Time to figure out which one's the 3. The orange guy. Alright. So we've got our hook. We need 2 colors of weight 4 yarn. We need a green and then a color of my choice. I have a few options I think could be good for this, so I'll let y'all pick. 1 second. Into the cabinet I go. Okay, so we have this or this for our green. I think that this is probably a little bit too light, but we might as well. Yellow, Okay, I have pretty much every color you can think of, but these were kind of... I was thinking about this blue, for one thing, which obviously I would want to pair it with this green if we did that. And then I do have yellow. I have a shiny yellow, in fact. And then I also have a pink. It's kind of a pale pink, but I think... Yeah, I think this green is out. And I mean, we could also do green on green, but I think for the stem, this green is going to be the best one. Should we vote on it? Y'all want to vote on it? Black Cat's like, no, don't vote on it. Just do yellow. If you're over on YouTube, you can just type in the chat, because I don't think there's going to be enough people on YouTube to need a poll. Let me see here. All right, we've got blue, yellow, pink, green. All right, we're gonna set that for like 1 minute Y'all get after it. Get your votes in. You're on YouTube. You've got 1 minute. Lady Intrigue, hello. We're voting on color for flower. Blue? Blue over on YouTube. Okay, I'll add 1 blue. Whatever the total is. Drink my coffee while y'all do that. And then whatever we pick for this will go into the matching sweater portion. I might do 2 different colors for the sweater. We'll see. None of the colors are showing up very well. I'm sorry about that. Let's see if I can... Here's the yellow. Okay. The pink. It's a pretty pale pink. It's kind of the same color as me. The blue, it is also a pale blue. Okay, not very vibrant. And then the green is a pale green. How many points to vote? It's just voting. All right. Okay, so it looks like it is actually a tie between yellow and blue. Anybody else want to weigh in? I'll flip a coin for it. How about that? Flip a coin. Heads or tails for yellow? I know we need to mobilize people. Maybe people are watching on the TV, right? Coin flip. Heads or tails for yellow? Heads? I hate to tell you this, it was tails. Uh-oh. We've got 1 heads, 1 tails. That doesn't help. Black Cat says tails, and it was tails. Don't go back on that? Okay. I'm gonna do it 1 more time. Heads is yellow, officially. Heads is yellow. I'm gonna flip it again. It was tails again, okay? So it's blue. So sorry. So sorry to the yellow believers. We'll do something with yellow later on. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let me not start doing things until I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, let me get my pattern out here. Black Cat, thank you so much for defiantly cheering 100 bits. I do appreciate that. Okay. So main body, we're starting with the main body in color A. We're gonna do 10 double crochets into a ring. Let me read the pattern notes. How about this? And if you are interested in this pattern as well, I got all my patterns today off of Etsy. So I will get the link for that. You know what? Let me not have that up on the screen right now. 1 second. Where is this thing? There it is. Okay. So if you are interested in grabbing this for yourself, this is the pattern for the tulip hat. Put that over on YouTube and then it will appear in the VOD as well. Alright, so that is from Manta Crochet on Etsy. I'll get the other one pulled up for later. Flying Fox, hello, how are you doing? Okay. Alright, let me do is. Okay, so we're gonna read our notes really quick and be smart. We will be working in the round without slip stitches or chains between each round unless specified. This pattern is pretty simple until the last 2 rounds of the leaves. Please don't hesitate to contact me if it's confusing. The wire in the stem is optional but recommended. If you don't have wire, you might prefer a shorter stem by skipping rows 6 through 9 of the stem pattern. Okay, good notes. All right, main body, let's go. So it says to start with a magic ring. I'm going to just start with the slip stitch because I'm like that. Because I think it's the same. So we're going to do 10 double crochets. How have you been with the move? Pretty good. Yeah, we're settled in now. We're still working on unpacking for sure. We've got so much unpacking to do, but we're here. We're happy to be here. Happy to not be moving anymore. It was so weird because all of that driving, like I drove every day about 10 hours a day for 5 days. And it really hurt my hands after a while. I was not expecting that. Muted for now since you're sitting in the waiting room? Absolutely, Black Cat. I'm glad that you're not in a hot car anymore. Just like holding onto the steering wheel and being in like this position for 5 days. Like, damn. We talk about crochet being hard on our wrists, but that was fucking hard on my wrists. So after I got here, like I was trying to work on bracelets, and I for the first like week or so I could really barely get anything done because it was just too hard on my hands. Like they just needed a break from existing. It was crazy. Speaking of the bracelets, there's also a new short up on whatever your favorite platform is to watch shorts on about the bracelets, if y'all want to check that out. Hi, Lifeless, how are you doing? Your legs wouldn't be able to handle that? Yeah, it got old. It got old for sure. My knees did not enjoy it very much, but we got through it. It could have been worse for sure. But oh my god, my back. Like, going from moving boxes into just sitting in that same position for so long, my back was not happy with that. It's perfect body doubling material. You need to restock your cat bonnets. Oh my god, we're gonna make cat accessories together. I love that. Okay, 2 double crochet in each stitch. All right, they said not to do slip stitches in between the rounds, but I'm going rogue because that's just how I am. I don't do what I'm told ever. I also sometimes think, I don't know, this could be making assumptions, but I sometimes think that instructions like that are like someone's personal preferences shining through, so could be better, but it's not that bad either. Well, I'm sorry that it's not the best that it could be. How's the weather treating you over there? Are you being baked alive? In your room? It is so muggy here right now. Like, it's hot, but it's really not that bad in terms of like the level of the heat. Like, it's not really getting above the mid 80s, but the humidity, oh my god, it's just so muggy in the house. I just feel this perpetual like just got out of the shower feeling, you know? It's pretty cool actually. It's been raining all day. I'm happy for you. Oh, classic crashing out over something small kind of stuff. I hate that. I hate that. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself a chance to reset when that starts happening. It's like, no, everything is canceled. I'm not doing anything else for the rest of the day until I fucking fix my mood. That's the worst for crocheting too. I know, especially if you're working with like acrylic. Ugh. It's not so bad though. At least I got the fan in here. I stole the fan from Jess's office, so with the air blowing on me, it definitely makes it a lot better. Because I have the door shut right now, so don't bother Jess while they're trying to sleep. So it definitely gets a little stuffy in here with the door closed. Being near those lakes ain't helping. Well, the funny thing is, I feel like it does keep things moving. So at least like the air doesn't feel too stagnant, you know? Like generally every time we go outside, there's a nice breeze happening, right? But also, yeah, there's just humidity in the air all the time for sure. I mean, I'm from Georgia. It's like life to me. All right, we're gonna do our standard increases for a circle. So 1 double crochet and then an increase all the way around to get to 30 stitches. I hope Carmilla does not get too mad about this. She's generally pretty good. Like, the reason I think that Carmilla will be okay is because I've, like, put a bandana on her before, and she just kind of, like, forgot that she was wearing it after a little while. So I think that she will be able to handle it. But Agatha, a long time ago, we were working on trying to, like, harness train them, so we had a harness, and that just was never going to work. But, the last time I tried to put a harness on Agatha, she like completely freaked out, went rampaging around the apartment, like was not okay. So I'm like, we're not even gonna fuck with her. She's good. This is a Carmilla experiment. Was there a vote? We were voting on color, and then we ended up having to flip a coin, but blue won. Used a higher humidity, but not southern US kind of humidity. Yeah, southern US humidity is like dripping. Like the air is sliding down your body. It's so gross. I do not miss that. Growing up in the South, it's like I've experienced plenty of days where it's about as humid as it could get without raining. That's a fun, new, horrific way to describe it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think if I do another round of increases, this is gonna be... Oh, it's supposed to be icy. Because it's like popped up a little bit. I was like, this is gonna be too big around for her head. But still, I almost feel like I should do 30 for the next couple of rows instead of increasing to 40, because I feel like this is already... I might just go hold it over her head really briefly and see how it looks, because I just don't want it to be putting too much weight on her ears or anything. Me going rogue immediately. If you have measuring tape, you can quickly check what kitty forehead is. It's true. Go see if I can get her measurements really quick. I feel like I'm gonna have to make this a little bit smaller though, because she's a pretty little kitty. She's long and noodly, but she is also small. All of her weight is in just how lanky she is. How long. is not the right spot. All right. 1 second. Where is my measuring tape? Where's my shit? Uh-oh. I thought I had it in there. Here, right? Head out. Nobody panic. I'll be right back. I'm going on a mission. How did you go about harness training? Trying to get them used to wearing a harness when they were young. It didn't go anywhere. It did not go anywhere. They didn't like it. Okay. I had to pull her out of her house and she was not pleased. She got a 2-inch forehead. She's just a baby. So this is already, yeah, this is like already exceeding that 2-inch mark. So I don't think I'm going to do another increase. Because I would like it to go in between her ears, not sit on her ears at all. So we're just going to do 3 rounds without increasing instead of 2 rounds without increasing. And, you know, it shouldn't really fuck with the structure of anything. We could also maybe just do 2 rounds without increasing instead of 3. I don't know if it needs to be that tall. For your patterns, you do 5 to 6 centimeters for extra small and 7 to 8 for bigger cat heads. That would be 7 or 6. Sorry, 6. So yeah, 5 to 6 centimeters for extra small. That seems correct then, because she is whittle. So that's 6 centimeters across. This person probably was just, you know, doing the measurements according to their cat, because they don't have size grading in this pattern, which is fine. I wouldn't necessarily expect that, because it's not like there's, you know, standard measurement charts for cat sizing or anything. Shouldn't change anything 1 hour later. Why has everything changed? No, I literally cannot make a pattern without changing fucking everything. 2 inches is 5 centimeters. Well, I'm glad you know. But yeah, my measuring tape has both, so according to my measuring tape, it is 6. Because this is the centimeter side, so yeah, that's 6 centimeters. And then, because it's like, it's 2 and some change. It's like 2 1/4, so. Like, her head is 2 inches. This is 2 1/4 inches, is what I mean. Crafty Declan, welcome in. What are you making for the kitty? We are currently making a tulip hat. I'll show you in the upper right corner here. And then we will be making a little matching sweater to go with it in a little bit. Head diagnosis small, indeed. Tried to get friends to test your pattern, and it turned out so differently for each person because everyone used different. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's where the gauge swatch comes into play for sure. So a little bit of finagling, honestly, should be expected for something like this. I'm very excited to see it on her. Yeah, we'll do like a dress up event at the end. so I don't have to just disturb her multiple times. But I will, like, I probably go test things on her periodically. I don't want to, like, fully bring her in here just yet because I have the door closed. I don't want to trap her in here, so I may have to, like, jump up and run over there and test things out. But for the end of stream, I will change the camera angle and bring her in here, and we'll dress her up and see how everything looks. For Pride Month, we should spell it Gage with a Y. I mean, why can't Pride Month be every month, truly? Might try making lavender, like crocheting some lavender. That's cute. Gazing at the gaze. Very nice, Lifeless. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that this did not change the measurements too much. Now, is it still the appropriate amount across here? Oh yeah, it's perfect now. It's like two inches apart now, so that should be perfect for her. Oh my god, this is gonna be so cute. It's gonna stick up so much. Every month is Pride Month. It's true. Yeah, I think 2 rounds is going to be plenty. I don't think it needs to be 3. That's already pretty tall for sitting right on top of a kitty cat head. Have you heard about the dad and the kid where the kid was like, what does gaze mean? And the dad explained and the kid was like, huh, so what does penetrated gaze mean? Dad said read me the whole sentence. Happy Pride Month indeed. Dad's like, hang on, are you on AO3? Speaking of penetrating gaze, who's excited for Clully and fanfiction? Yup. Yup. How's your fanfiction going, Zephyr? You got another chapter yet? Dad said, how did you find that book? It was hidden so well. Okay, we've got that round all finished. All right, So we're gonna skip down to row 7. So we're gonna be adding some stitches here. Let me see here. We're gonna chain 12, skip 6, and then since I'm only 30 stitches around instead of 40 stitches around, we're gonna subtract 5 from each side, I suppose. So it'll be chain 12, skip 6, 9 double crochets. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, and then this should be a double crochet probably. There we go. So there's ear hole number 1. Oh, skip 6, not into 6. Haha. Be the next one. There we go. Okay, there's ear hole number 1. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, this might be actually the round to do some increases. Let me just change it up completely, because now it can flare out with her ears, so... Hang on, I'm rewriting as I go, don't worry about it. So... It would be... If we're doing 9, adding 5... Hi, Rodentia. Gotta get that streak up, indeed. So basically every other stitch we're gonna add 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 13, 14, that's 9. I'm like worried her ears are not gonna have enough room. Me suddenly understanding why this pattern made me do the things that it made me do. Okay. I can admit when I was wrong. I'm just trying to be considerate of her whittle head. 10, 20, 30... So we will increase. We will go up to 40 and see how that looks. 1, 2. I just don't want her little ears to get tired from this. Have discovered that millipedes are babies. I don't know. I don't know that I have the same takeaway from that you do. Their babies is in they're cute, or their babies is in they get bigger. I'm not a fan of millipedes, I'm gonna be honest. They bite. They're little assholes. Millipedes or centipedes? I thought it was, I don't know, one of them. Centipedes look like the edgelord teenager phase of millipedes. 1,000 legs versus 100 legs. Niche, but has anyone seen the Crochet grubbling family? Like grubs made out of crochet? Millipedes look like isopods but long. Do centipedes not also look like that? Because the millipedes are just small centipedes, basically. Centipedes are flatter? Well, I'm not looking at pictures. Y'all ever seen that one King Kong movie with the giant bugs? Rodentia with the 5-stream streak. Well done. Is that the grubbling family, Zephyr? We're overdoing it today, birds. Let's go see what's going on over here. Let's go see the grubblings. Oh, I have not seen this. Oh my goodness. Hang on. It's like a little caterpie. What are we gonna do next? Speed dating? We're gonna find out how many kids they have together. 5 kids. Where did they go on their honeymoon? They went to Japan. Very nice. Good choice. Need to discover his job. He's a plumber. Okay. A plumber and a chimney sweep? Oh my goodness. They are Christian. Uh-oh. A nice Christian nuclear family. He's gonna be a Republican, I just know it. They're both Democrats. Okay, there's some hope. Okay, adorable. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Alex. How are you doing? Bye, Rodentia. Thanks for hanging out. Burf? Oh my god. Their kids are teal because blue and green? That's perfect. Just took the puppies to the vet. How did they do? You just got your first crochet order? What did you get? I'm expecting a very exciting package of no-bend mailers, possibly today. No-bend mailers and tissue paper. Who can guess what that's for? It's a cat ear beanie based off an anime character. You're making it right now using 2 yarn strands and it looking so pretty. That's awesome. Well, if you'd like to post pictures in the Discord, or if you have already, I'm sure we'd all love to see. You think you packed enough yarn, but can you ever be sure, Jam? You'll post progress pics for us? Excellent. Mods are slacking today? Oh my goodness. Yeah, hang on. Do we have any mods in here today? Is Black Cat still? I think Black Cat is muted because of being in the waiting room. I think that, I don't know that we have any adults here today to mind the class. Oh my goodness. What have I done? Wow. Now there's a bird flying around the chat. Hey, focus, focus. Everybody focus. What are we all working on today? Anybody got a fun project that they're working on today? Let's see, how big is this across? It's like 2.5. I'm worried it's gonna be too big. Like this, you know? Shy swooping in. The teacher senses were tingling. Hang on. I'm gonna go put this on top of her head really quick and see how I feel about it, because this just feels too big to me now. So 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Here. You can, now that you have supervision, you can set the chat on, or the stream on fire for a little bit, okay? Y'all, this is gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. Yeah, that's right. Put out the fire. I'm back. Back to behaving. No, 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 no more. I'm so excited. Again, though, I don't know if I want to make it that tall, because I feel like another round is going to make it taller than it should be. Like, judging from this picture, I don't think it needs another round. And that's probably down to differences in my yarn. So, we're gonna do the separation for the ears now. Flower hat for little kitty indeed. Dat Kisu, let me know how to say your name. Can I ask something? Well, I mean, you've already gotten started, so sure, let's have it. What's up? All right, so this is the part where we need to, I'm on the wrong section, that would be why I'm confused. Chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll double crochet into this one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do the pronouns they and them mean? That just means, like, you use they and them as you would she and her or he and him. So instead of saying he or she went to the store, you would say they went to the store. That's just my pronouns, if that makes sense. It's something, if you think about it, you do it all the time anyway without realizing it, like when you don't know the gender of a person that you're talking about. And it's one of those things that as soon as you start paying more attention to it, you'll realize, like, oh, hang on, this is actually like a normal part of my speech. Unless you're English second language, and then it might, I think that it's sometimes a little bit trickier for people who are English second language to like do that anyway, but Like in German, yeah, if German is your first language, that might be a little bit more confusing for you because you may not have an equivalent in like whatever language you speak first. But yes, it is like it's been used as a neutral pronoun for quite a while now, but not every language has an equivalent. So I could, if you're not English first language, that may be why it's a little bit, yeah, I could see for sure. But it's one of those things that certainly, like with practice, it gets easier to wrap your head around. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all. I'm happy to explain it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is going to be longer though than this one because I'm starting with a double crochet, so it's gonna have more height. So I should add 2 to this one so that they're the same height. That already looks better too. You can actually use men as a neutral pronoun depending on how it's used in a sentence. I would need an example of that. I don't know. In English, not necessarily. 1, 2. That's like how some people will say like, oh, when I say you guys, that's gender neutral, and it's like it's gender neutral to you. That doesn't make it gender neutral. Yeah, like obviously in German, that's a different situation, but I mean the English meaning of the word. All men are created equal. I mean, you've exactly illustrated the issue, right? Because all men are created equal from, I believe, certain standpoints seems like it means all of humankind is created equal, or like all humans are created equal. In practice, that is not in fact what it means, and it's not treated that way, especially if you consider the fact that at the time that was written, like, Black people were not considered like humans. That's what it means. I mean, like, that's what it's thought to mean, but in practice it is not in fact what it means. And also, like, you know, the evolution of language, like, I still wouldn't consider that neutral because at the time the Constitution was written, like, women also didn't have equal rights to men, you know? So, like, the rights that were enshrined in the Constitution for men, for all men, were truly just for men, right? So, like, otherwise we wouldn't have needed these amendments to give, like, women and then Black people the same rights as white men. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, no, you guys are doing great for sure. I mean, I'm gonna put it out there too. Speaking multiple languages in and of itself is super impressive. Speaking enough of a second language to be able to carry on any level of conversation is amazing. Like, you being in here able to have a conversation with me, your English is amazing by default. Like, don't ever forget that, okay? Like, I cannot speak two languages. I could not be doing what you were doing right now. So you deserve to give yourself some credit for that. Sometimes you end up saying male for all things because of older people whose English was second language. Yeah. I mean, I think that's it. It makes sense. Oh, it's raining. I was wondering why the window looked funny. Oh, that's fun. I have a leaky gutter right in front of my window. I'll have to do something about that. I'm realizing this right now, like, oh, that's not supposed to be doing that, is it? I bet there's just a bunch of leaves stuck in it or something. Anyway, I'm glad it's raining though. Hopefully that means it's gonna cool down. You also speak French? I mean, it's getting more and more impressive. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then, why does this feel like there's not enough stitches? I'm confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do I not have enough stitches for this? Because even if I move this one and this one, that's only 12. Did I miss stitches somewhere? I bet I did. This is what you get when you... Yeah, I missed some increases, I think. This is what you get when you crochet and you talk at the same time. You know what? We're just gonna make it work. I'm just gonna do one less stitch and we'll pretend. So that's 13. That'll be 13 and 11. And then if I do one less, it's 12 and 12, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, it's a tulip hat for one of my kitties. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cat tax? Oh, don't worry. Y'all will get to see the kitty. I'm not going to drag her out just yet because we're going to get her out once we have everything ready for her, and we're going to do a full-on dress-up with Miss Carmilla, so y'all will get to see the kitty. Okay. Join this here, and then 12 double crochet into the gap created by the chain 12 from the previous round, and then we're gonna do 14. So I will sneaky add some stitches since I didn't have quite as many as I was supposed to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we'll do 6 and then an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, I need to add 2 to this actually. So we can do 4 and then add 1. Add 1 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and add another 1. Alright, now we have 14 right there. Started to learn Spanish with Duolingo, but notice you can only can focus on one language. Yeah, I mean, you got plenty going on already. Wow, Shy. Usually you can get lavender yarn that does the trick. Very helpful. Very helpful tip for sure. One, 2, 3. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Following the pattern but can't tell if it's working or if I hope that it is. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll add 1. And add another 1, so now it's 14. I'm so sorry, Jam. Have a good time on your trip. Okay, so now we're gonna do 2 front loop only double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so we're gonna be increasing big time. The hat is hatting, indeed. We can see how it's gonna, act like a hat at this point. Going over to Widow Baby ears. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so cute. She's gonna be so upset. All the language talk reminded you of that video of the guy who was asked to count to 100 but only knew up to 19, so he started freestyling. 20 became 10, 10. Was he French by any chance? Because I feel like that's what counting in French is like, right? Gotta go to bed. Good night, birds. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, what? Want an eyebrow piercing for your birthday, but there may be a bit of an issue. Found a place doing it for 30 pounds. Legit business. Your mom knows someone who started a piercing business, and someone called Taylor can do it for 10 pounds. How do I gently remind her that she got my ears pierced at Claire's when I was 6 months? It was so bad. Yeah, you don't want to fuck around. No. If Taylor's doing it for 10 pounds, Taylor is not doing proper sanitation. I can promise you that. French 80 is 420s? Yeah, exactly. Talk about freestyling. Pretty sure he was Japanese because it was on a Japanese game show where guys watching him count weren't allowed to laugh. Oh, okay. So maybe a silly on purpose moment. Pomme de terre equals apple of the earth equals potato. You know? Use what you got, right? I think I might go a little rogue at the end as well. And add some picos to the very last round. Just for a little bit of extra decoration. We'll see. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Or maybe a bit more, variation in length. Did French in school, so now you know random silly French words. I think knowing random silly words in another language is very fun. Like I still remember my Spanish teacher, when I was in high school, taught us that como means I eat because I eat. And then, when I took some German, but when my wife was taking German, it really stuck with us. There's just one, like, German children's song that is about Schnappi, the crocodile, and there's a song that goes Schnee, Schnei, Schnappi, 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 Schnapp. So, you know, that's very fun. Serenity Blue, welcome in. How you doing over on YouTube there? We'll get the chats integrated one of these days. Glad you could make it to a live. Schnappi enjoyers in the chat. Love to see it. The kids in kindergarten love the song. I love that. I love it too. It's a good song. The only Spanish you know is that your dad is 47 years old. Without accents is my pineapple has 47 anuses. Oh my god. Your brother hated that song, so you sang it all the time? That's amazing. That's the only part of it that I can remember, is that little bit. Yeah, German was fun. I would not hate taking that up again, but I just don't retain language very well. Jess is so much better at it than me. Jess still remembers so much German, and it has been so long. Like, it's been probably 10 years since Jess was in a German class. Your high school Spanish teacher told you a story from when he taught at another school. The final project was to write a paper in Spanish. This one kid turned it into paper with the first line that translated to type or paste text here. Oh my god. I wonder how that happened. Need to be surrounded by the language to learn. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense, and total immersion is often regarded as like one of the most effective ways to learn as well, like to learn to the point of achieving fluency, you know. I remember when I was a kid, we lived next door to this house of guys from Guatemala, and my mom would trade language lessons with them. So she would help them with their English in exchange for them helping her learn Spanish. I thought that would, I mean, that's the way to do it right there. getting there with this ruffle. This is a good way to use up this yarn, at least. Making little things like this. This is some random limited edition yarn that I got in a mystery box I've had for so long. You know, phrases or words in multiple languages, but you can still only fluently converse in English and Japanese. Yeah, like, it's cool to know random words, and I think that there is some benefit to being able to do that stuff. Like, think about, you know, yourself, your native language. If somebody came up to you and just started saying bathroom, like, you would probably have a pretty good idea of what they wanted from you, you know? Or, like, being able to say water in a restaurant, or things like that. Like, there's still benefit to even just knowing a one-off word, because, like, people... I think that most people will be able to understand that you don't speak that language, and that you're using the vocabulary that you have. Or, like, people underestimate the power of just gesturing and, like, body language as well. Like... I've had pretty successful conversations with people where neither one of us really understood each other, but we were able to use body language to fill in the gaps. So, you know, even that has a level of value to it. From being a vocal major, you had to take diction classes, which first of all means I know how to write anything in the International Phonetic Alphabet. Oh, but additionally, while I might not fully understand what I'm saying, I can at least read something out with proper pronunciation. That is a skill for sure. That is a skill. I believe the evil mermaid once said that exact sentence. Yeah, body language. You mean Ursula? I like calling her the evil mermaid. You know, knowing how to read Mongolian Cyrillic in basic words was very helpful when I was in Mongolia. That's impressive. Like, it's one thing to be able to understand words in another language that's still using like an alphabet, you know? But you know, Cyrillic and all of the different writing systems in Japan and China and all of that, it's impressive to be able to identify stuff from those. I was playing with the Japanese lessons on Duolingo for a little bit there, and not really anything stuck. I got Mizu. That's about all I got. But I think it was cool that they took you through some of the kanji and the katakana. Mizu, you say? I've triggered Rinstarian. You like Japanese from Zero? Is that an app, Zero? Thank you so much for the water time. I unfortunately must retrieve more Mizu, as I've already... That's how hot it is in here. I already went through all the water, so I'll be right back, y'all. Here. You wanna play with fire some more? Fire time! Or Shy is working overtime. Is arson still fun when you're given permission to do it? I don't know, you tell me. Brisbane winter is coming for your throat? I'm so sorry. 83 inside your apartment. That's awful. I hate that. It's like really muggy in here today, but it's not that bad. Need the fan to turn towards me a little more. It's crazy when the fan is blowing on you and you can't even feel it. That's the level of stuffy in here. Forecast of rain for a whole week, so there's not even sun to bathe in like a lizard. Oh, that sounds so good right now, though. The rain is nice here because it cools things off considerably. It has already stopped, though. It was very short. There may be some more, though. It still looks pretty overcast out there. I feel like it's supposed to be raining on and off all week. You live in a high desert, so normally the night lows are cold enough that you don't need AC most of the summer, but this year is supposed to be rough. Yeah, it makes such a huge difference. It's true when you live in a place where it cools off at night, and it gives the chance a house to cool down. Like, that's what really gets me. You know, when it's hot during the day, but it's cold at night, it's not so bad, because you can really just, like, get all of the hot air out during the night, and then just, you know, batten down the hatches in the morning when the sun comes up and preserve that cool air throughout the day. But when it's hot multiple days in a row and it doesn't cool down in the evening, that's when it starts getting tricky. NYC is a huge hub for different languages being spoken, for sure. I mean, it's very international. I'm not that close. But I do love New York City, so I hope that we'll get to go down there some. Yeah, New York is a pretty sizable state. And New York City is all the way down at the bottom. So... But we can take the train, and I think if we took the train, it would only be like 3 hours. Which... It might be faster by car, in theory, but it is not. I'm never doing that again. I've driven into the city before, and then I got stuck trying to go home, and it took me 9 hours to get home when it should have taken me 3 by car. So, never again. I'll take the train, thank you. Need a cup of tea? Hell yeah. I feel like there are so many places that are maybe more international than people appreciate, you know? It's like the resources that are around you maybe are not supporting that, but like the people around you, you know, like whatever random neighborhood you're in, there's probably somebody that's Spanish speaking at the very least, you know? I've worked with people who are from Nigeria, like, you know, living out west, there were a lot of different Asian communities, things like that, so I can definitely find some of that anywhere. Miss Millie is crying at the door. Millie, you want to come in here and wear your hat? You want to wear your hat? Sure. I've trapped her. Let's see if it fits, Millie. cute for right now. Oh, oh, she's so cute. Oh. Oh my goodness, she does not like this. Oh, she does not like it. Oh, but it's so cute on her. My little kitty. Oh my goodness. Smile for the camera. She's mad. She's mad. Uh-oh. We'll get her better later. We'll get her later. Okay, now I need you to flip back around the correct way. There we go. I'll change my camera later so that it'll be easier to like get her in the frame and she can be a bit more comfortable with that. Yeah, in or out. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. I'm not leaving the door open. Well, that's one way to get her to leave my office. I'm like, oh, you want to come in here? Fine, I'm gonna put the hat on you. Okay, thanks. I don't want to be in here anymore. Do you use a paparazzo stand for stream? I don't know what that is. I just have a random ring light that I'm using currently, but I'm looking for a new one, so if that is an option. Is that like the fancy overhead mount ones? Oh yeah, yeah, I think those are overpriced. I'm just gonna get like something with an arm, like I have for my mic. Like you can see I have the arm for my microphone, so something like that to hold my phone I think would be plenty. You'd probably email and get it for free as an influencer. Maybe. My client is allowed to enter and leave the office at their pleasure. Well, she would be, but I'm trying to keep the door closed for Jess's sake, because the bedroom is like right outside my door. I have an arm. Would you like to hire me to hold your phone for stream? Is it cheaper than $20? And then give us all your code. Let's see here. Chain 2, and then we're gonna do double crochet and then a double crochet increase. And then slip stitch into the first, okay. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna go rogue again. For you, friendly discount 21? Wow. So it's not cheaper than $20 is what you're telling me. Damn, it's a shame. Okay, how do I want to do this? So I want to like do a little bit more detailing with this to give it more of like a petal kind of a look. So I'm thinking I might do like a single crochet, then a double crochet increase, then a treble crochet. If I could do like a treble crochet and then a picot. Then is it gonna be weird if I go into a double crochet from there? I think it will. Yeah, I think it needs to be a treble crochet increase. So should I not do the double crochet increase? Or if I do treble crochet increase, no, I think I can do a double crochet and it'll be okay. This still looks weird with the treble crochet, so... Let's see. We can also just not do a picot, that's an option, but I thought it might be nice to have a picot. Yeah, because then it has kind of more of that petal effect. Ren has to pay for travel too. 21 is a steal. That's slightly over $5 per hour. Well, y'all can tip, so we can do, let's have that and do like $2.50. You can make waitress money. Okay, we'll do a single crochet, and then, so if I do that, how many stitches is that? So I have 104 to work with. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's awkward. Well, it's not gonna be... Oh no, it would be. It'll be 6 every... Well, let's see. What is 104 divisible by? Who knows math? Who knows things about math? It's divisible by 8. William says 2. Thank you, William. That's yep. That's a good one. So if I do 8, then I can get 13 petals. So if I do, so what did I have? 6. So this would be, if I do a treble without being an increase, if I just go into the next stitch with a treble, is that gonna look weird? And then do the double crochet increase. That could be okay. Experimenting with this picot really quick to see if I can make it look better. might be onto something there. Or does that just drag it down weirdly? That's gonna drag it down weirdly. Maybe I take out the picot. Damn. Or I could even just try doing a chain one, maybe. No, that's weird. Two, 4, 8, 13. Technically 52 and 26. Yeah, that's, I mean, all of those things are technically true. I should have been snarky and said 104. You don't think that 2 was already snarky? If a person crochets a lavender flower for someone and sprays it with their perfume, is that gay enough? Asking for a friend. Is the person femme aligned? I'm assuming yes, because I know who you are, but I would say if they're not, then I don't think that that's really... I don't think that it would work as well on a mask, but I think that if you crochet a person a lavender flower who is femme aligned, I don't think you even have to spray it with the perfume. I think that's automatically gay as fuck. Unless you're asking them to lavender marry you, then I guess it could be kind of gay, but... Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... How did I end up being 6 again? Did I not do... Oh, I didn't do the extra. I see. But now it looks like... This is not the part anybody was expecting me to be stalling on. Okay, maybe if I do it like that. Hang on. Hang on. Wait, that looks so much better. Okay. Okay, I adjusted how I was doing my picot, and I think that helped. Okay, so now... It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I add another slip stitch, that's 8. So we'll do that. To be fair, he didn't have context. He knows what he did. Don't give me that. He knows what he did. One time I accidentally ate my sister's perfume. That's not gay, it's just dumb. Wow. My sister ate my lip balm. Hashtag sibling things. I ate a basket full of my sister's lip balm when I was younger. Shy, so you're an only child. Is William an only child? I feel like this is relevant now. William has a twin and an older brother. Okay, I will accept no excuses. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. On purpose. That's sibling shit right there. Okay, for my picot, instead of going through the first chain, I went through the top of the treble crochet. And that helped put it in the correct place. Are you declaring war against my husband? A sibling would interpret it that way. Lady Intrigue, thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. Your husband declared it first? I agree, Zephyr, thank you. Oh, you're not paying attention? That's okay, you got it right. I also washed my sister's contact lenses with shampoo once and put them back where they were. I'm trying to kill her? My god. You can't find your iPad and you committed to drawing something on a time crunch? Uh-oh. No wonder she didn't like me! Your friend's little sister tried to help the older sister put her contacts away and instead of contact solution used hydrogen peroxide? Jeez. Y'all, lock up your contacts. Oh my god. I cannot imagine putting that in my eye. You found it? Well done. She couldn't see for a day and her eyes were hella bloodshot for a week? I bet they were. Yeah, it sounds like she did find out by putting them in. Because that's how your sister found out? Mm-hmm. For someone who vaguely dressed as a librarian in high school was charming. Now that is how you win a sibling fight. Can't tell if it's charging or not. You're trying to bring it from the grave. It's charging if you will leave it alone. You gotta forget about it for like 10 minutes, okay? It has the red bar and no charge signal. That's because it died. Is it all the way dead, or... When it's dead but being risen... Yeah, if it's like... If the screen is like off, then you might just literally have to leave it alone for a few minutes before it starts showing you. If the screen is still on, though, and it's not showing you the charge signal, that's bad. Haven't used it in months. Yeah, it's just gonna need some time. You have no idea when you need it by, just by the 24th? That is so much time. You're gonna be fine. As long as you don't ADHD forget. Dun dun dun. But what if I need it by next week? Well, then they should tell you that. Or do you have a deadline that you aren't able to remember? Is that what this is? Look, nobody can get mad at you for not getting something done on a deadline that they don't tell you what it is. Oh, it's for Deltarune Chapter 5, so this is a self-imposed deadline, I see. For me, when the iPad is like all the way dead and I try to like plug it in and then immediately turn it on, it just yells at me like, leave me alone. It's like, I don't have battery, God. Nerds gummy clusters make you sick? That sucks. The petals. Y'all see those petals? It's honestly probably too many petals for the size of this hat, but you know, I think it's fun. Never too many petals? Okay, good. Had no self-restraint at all, so ate all of them in like under 40 minutes. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Can't even smell them anymore without feeling sick. Yeah, that's like, Jess used to make bee sting cake, which was so good, but then one year we went like to a friend's house for like a Thanksgiving thing, and I ate like 2 slices of cake and then had an entire bottle of wine by myself and then played a bunch of Just Dance, and I felt so awful. Like, and I didn't throw up, but I almost wish that I had, because we were walking into the apartment and I was just overwhelmed with like the inside of my sinuses, like the flavor of bee sting cake. And yeah, I think I could eat it again though. I think it's been long enough, because I was back in college. It's been a while. Bee sting cake, I believe it is like it's a German kind of cake. It's like honey, a honey kind of cake. It's very good. I don't remember exactly what it's like at this point because it's been so long since we had it, but it's very good. Audio on your computer is strangely quiet. Is it quiet for anybody else? Or is this a your computer problem? Normal for you? My god. The yarn is like sticking to my hand. It doesn't want to like glide across my finger. Because it's so muggy in here. Bienenstick? Yeah, the Germans know. It is good. It is very good. Posted your project in project pics? Hell yeah, your lavender that you're making. Look at us being all flower themed today. Let's go see. Oh, it looks really good. Yeah, you can definitely tell what that is. I think that looks exactly like lavender. I think if you put like a wire through the center, it might help too. Help it stand up straight, because I think that it standing up straight will definitely help with the appearance. Or like potentially even wrapped it around a dowel and glued it in place. Are you going to make the green part as well? Yes. That is next. The pattern has me make the main part of the flower first, and then we do the stem. Have to find a leaf pattern because you're not good at leaves. That's fair. Oh, were you asking Zephyr or me? Or both? I guess we are both making flowers, so valid questions either way. I have to ask your parents if we have wire or a thin stick. Yeah, I think that would be worth it for sure. You go outside and find a stick on the ground. It would need to be really small though, so as not to take away from the lavender. How long does this take to charge? Alex is gonna lose it. That's what happens when you let it die. Crowdfund ADHD meds. You know, I think that you will be okay if you have to wait for 30 minutes. I think it's not going to set you back too much. My god, this round is forever. And I am so sticky. Ugh. Yeah, is it definitely plugged in? Oh my god. Alex has anxiety, he's already taken. Oh my god. Is it switched on at the socket? We don't usually have to do that in American households, Zephyr. I will say that. That's some houses that are really old have that, but usually that's not a thing. Don't give out your password in that chat. Just got an ad telling you to apply in time for university in an entirely different country. Oh my god. You also have killing machines and sinks. The garbage disposal is definitely not as dramatic as scary movies make it seem like it is. Just got an email telling you to apply to West Point. Ew. They literally made it so you can't join. Yeah, right? Growing up Australian, you didn't know what a garbage disposal was, and you always had to wonder why all the movies had death blenders in their kitchen sinks. You know, just keep things interesting. Used to work as a dishwasher, and your coworkers always used to let spoons get into the garbage disposal, so you know exactly how easy it is to break one then. Well, the point is not to put things into the garbage disposal that don't fit down the drain. The point is, if something gets down into the drain, then you can make sure that it is chopped up into small enough pieces that it'll rinse out properly. I mean, obviously some people use things incorrectly. That is true, but you're not supposed to like shove things down. You're not supposed to use it like a Ninja Creamy or something. So do you have those in your toilets? Yeah, we're not that advanced. I'm feeling very betrayed right now because after all the special math that I did, I don't think that this is working out the way that it's supposed to. Yeah, I only have 2 more stitches. What gives? So if I do an increase there, and then do a single crochet there, it'll be fine. Yeah, my cat will not know the difference. It's true. I mean, if I was making it for myself, I wouldn't know the difference either. Oh my goodness, Miss Agatha. Hear it crying outside the door. Okay, dramatic little ruffles. Very dramatic. Just like Millie. And Agatha, to be honest. Dramatic little babies all around, all through this house. Alright, so there's the flower portion of our hat. It's giving Jester hat. Well, she's pretty silly, so maybe that's appropriate. Let me see. Let me locate my needles really quick. We'll go ahead and weave in our ends here. This stem will do a lot to make it look more flower-like. Agatha! She's gonna wake up Mama crying like that. And then Mama's gonna be pissed! Can y'all hear her? She's right outside the door going, ow, ow. She wants in. You gonna come be my little hat model? I'm gonna make you regret it. I'm gonna make you regret ever wanting to be in here. Have your sweet little head. Let me borrow that. Here, put this on. Yeah, pretend you're being petted right now. Get that little ear in there. She's like trying to... She's putting her ears down and trying to escape it. Oh. Hey, she's purring, so I'm considering that a success. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about, though, is like going too much over her ears rather than inside of them. Like, in between them, I mean. So if it was more like that, I think it might sit a little bit better between them. Look at you! Look at you! Always coming right off. Sliding right off your little head. Oh, but you're so cute in it. Oh! Oh, you're being such a good sport. So the hat is okay. You don't mind the hat. You just probably don't want the sweater. You'll put up with it as long as you can be in a lap. Oh, it looks really cute on you. I'd offered to write my pattern in chat, but I have a feeling you don't want to remake it. Well, I have already done one half for today, so I think I'll finish up this one. Here. You being a good girl? Look pretty silly, but in a good way. See, that's staying okay. Oh, you look like a little forest fairy. Okay, let's finish it. Come here. Be in my lap. Roller coaster simulator. Yeah, sorry. I gotta kind of wiggle it back in the other direction so it flips the correct orientation, so that y'all aren't just stuck looking at everything upside down. Oh my god, her fur is sticking to me like crazy right now because I'm so damp from the humidity. Disgusting. For you, everything is always upside down because you're in Australia? Your eyeballs see everything upside down, but then your brain flips it the right way? Right, so you wouldn't want to confuse all your poor little brains. Okay, let's make our stem. Got our big ass thing of green here. Okay. We're gonna do 4 single crochets into a ring. think I'm supposed to just continue doing that in a spiral, which is going to become very conical very quickly. So I'm glad I made this a little bit shorter than was recommended. Oh, because we're doing the stem part first. That makes sense. Right? Is that what we're doing? Yes, we're starting with the stem part. It doesn't really look like that from the pictures, but I guess that does make sense. Ugh. Everything's sticking to me. Ugh. What are you doing? You hot? Me too. I just gotta open the door. It's getting too stuffy in here. I can't take it anymore. Hopefully, Jess will be okay. Okay, get into this first stitch, and then we are good to go. ASMR whisper stream, right? Alright. 2. 3. 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, and 9, 2. Okay, sorry, I floated away for that one, but it's kind of hard to see where I was putting my stitches for that. Okay, single crochet increase in each stitch. perfect. This is why I don't really usually like to work in a spiral, because it's really hard to keep track of where you are. You really have to keep counting, so... and then we're gonna do single crochet and single crochet increase until we have 12. So... 1... 2... and 3... 4... 5... and 6... 7... 8 and 9... 10, 11, and 12. Grab a stitch marker and free yourself, but it's so annoying. I hate having to constantly move it, especially for rounds this small. 2 single crochet and then an increase. I like just doing, like, slip stitch at the end of every round, because then it's like, I don't really have to do any of that. I can just follow the pattern, you know? To me, that's the easiest. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13. God. 14. Getting caught so much here. 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. And then we're increasing by another 4 to 20. At this point, I think I can flip it the correct way around as well. Doesn't want to go, it's too tight. Damn, it's okay. It can just be inside out then. Does not matter. make the texture of the stem unique and different from the texture of the flower that way. Okay, so... oh my god. The splitting on this is crazy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh. 4 and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's as many I'm supposed to do. Okay. Then slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, yarn over, insert hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, yarn over, pull through stitch, pull through first 2 loops on hook, yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then one more time. Until we have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, and then pull through. Wait, yarn over, insert hook into next stitch, yarn over, wait, how many times am I supposed to do this? Because the picture has 4 loops on the hook. But then the instructions say pull through all 5 loops on hook. And I'm supposed to do this 5 times. But if there's only 20 stitches around. So this must be what I'm supposed to do right here. Guess who remembered they forgot their meds? Not that. Then slip stitch into next stitch. So if I'm doing chain 3, insert hook into the same stitch, and then 1, 2, 3. It would need to be 4 stitches. How many? That was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I do need to do one more. Because that first one I went through the same stitch. I think in practice, what I'm supposed to be doing with this is very simple, but I think the way it's written is kind of confusing. Yeah, it's like I get what they're going for, so I feel like I'm able to get through it, but the way that it's written is pretty convoluted. I think that there's a better way to, because what you're doing is you're doing a cluster, a double crochet cluster with 5 in it. And then, so slip stitch into the next stitch to start, okay. But then that feels like it's not gonna be flat. That feels like too many stitches. Maybe, we'll see, I'll give it a chance. 1, 2, 3, oh, okay, hang on. No, because is it times 5 or is it 6 times? No, it's times. There's supposed to be 5 petals. Okay, so it has to be this. It has to be this. Yeah, having some experience with different crochet stitches helps a lot, for sure. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two, 3, 4. 30 seconds of favoritism for you, Shy. You got it. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, 5 points to be 4 stitches wide each, exactly. Let me get my timer up here. Exactly. This pattern may be confusing, but at least I have one constant in my life, and that's Shy, who is always here for stream, who has been here since the beginning, who has the best taste in things like the locked tomb. You know, Shy actually knows the things that are good in the world and helps take care of the stream and keep me sane and stuff, and you know, just it's all about Shy every day. I hope you enjoyed your 30 seconds of favoritism. One, 2, Oh my god, the little Kermit, that's so cute. 3, 4. Then at the end it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I do wrong? Where did I mess up? How many stitches around is it? Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20, 21. Ahaha. Somehow got an extra stitch in there. Well, we'll fix that, won't we? Okay. Hi, Miss Agatha. What are you doing down there? I'm also gonna try chaining 1 there, because it's feeling a little tight. Yeah, I think I like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. The yawn midway made it sound like 30 seconds of favoritism emotional. You're in your 5th reread of Nona, and we're about to meet Paul. I love that for you. I can't wait until Electo gets announced, and I'm gonna reread all of them. I feel like Paul is almost certainly a reference to Paul Atreides from Dune, also, at this point. As soon as we have the release date for Electo, I'm calling out of work, as you should. You were thinking biblical Paul, who was previously Saul and then reborn as Paul? I mean, 2 things can be true for sure. And also, like, Paul Atreides was probably a reference to that, you know? Everyone is Paul. It's so true. Paul is all of us, in fact. Threat, probably. Everyone is Paul, or they're gonna be. Alright, chain 3. Skip chain stitches from previous round. Oh no. What? Oh, I missed... I see. I missed something. That's why it's wonky. I'm supposed to chain 3. That makes so much more sense. Oh my god. There we go. Now it's laying flat. There's just so much written out. It's a lot to, it's not my, this, like I said, this is not my favorite way to write out what I'm supposed to be doing because it's just very convoluted. So much better. Okay, we all gotta start somewhere. This person says it themselves. They're pretty new to pattern writing for this one, so. If someone is named Paul, first, middle, or last name, they are a menace. Literally watched a video about Jake Paul's fucking content house last night, so I think you could be right. No luck on finding a wire or very thin stick for this lavender. Your house is homophobic. Not that. During Pride? Okay. Much better. Oh, except for that part. Wait, why did that look like that? Huh. Wasn't wrong, but it looked wrong. Just looked weird. Okay. Alright. Chain 3. Skip chain stitches from previous round. Single crochet, double crochet, and same stitch, and then picot. So we're basically gonna chain 3. Don't think I'll be purchasing this pattern? That's fair. Chain 3. And so we'll basically have to go into the top of... Double crochet and same stitch, picot, double crochet and next stitch? Wait. Okay, I guess this. I see. That's a slip stitch. I can do this. Right here. So it's okay. I got this. Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone. Assuming I have to slip stitch into this in that case. I'm worried? No, I got it. I got it now. There's only really... I think that the pattern... So the pattern says... skip chain stitches from previous round, and then in brackets, marked by an arrow in figure 4. Which, when you word it like that, it implies that it's saying the arrow is marking the stitches that you need to skip. What it actually means is skip the chain stitches and go into the stitches that are marked by the arrows. Which, if you look at what you just did, there's a chain of 3, and then there's 2 stitches on top, and then there's another chain of 3. So there's only 2 stitches you can even go into, and those are the ones that are marked in the diagram. But just the way that the written, like, you really need the written instructions and the visuals for this, otherwise it does not make any sense. But I got it. And this is the last round of making the leaves as well. And we're just attaching the 2 together after this. It's always astonishing to me how long it can take to make something so simple when you're just trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Because I don't think that this is a complicated, like, 3-hour worthy project. That's just what it kind of has turned into. Because, you know, deciphering patterns can just be tricky sometimes, and not even necessarily because, you know, of how well written the pattern is or is not, just because the first time I'm working a pattern, I have to basically just, you know, it's a different mindset for me. I have the skill of reading patterns at this point, but it's still not my favorite thing to do, honestly. It's something that, like, I feel like I still need to get better at. I just prefer to freehand stuff. It makes more sense in my own head, but, you know, reading patterns is a skill. It can be hard sometimes, especially if, you know, the person that wrote the pattern is not super proficient in the language of crochet and doesn't have a ton of experience, right? Which is totally fair. Everybody's got to start somewhere, but it's reading patterns is a skill and writing patterns is a skill. That's all I'm saying. $20-minute pattern plus 6 hours processing and 10 business months for weaving and it ends, right? It's just that initial trial, you know, that can really make it take a while. Well, that's why I budgeted 2 days for if we needed them for making things for Carmilla, so in case things spilled over into the next day, so we can always work on the sweater tomorrow as well. That's why I had tomorrow's crochet stream marked as to be determined, because I was like, well, if we get through everything that we want to make for Carmilla today, then we'll do, like, bracelets or something tomorrow. But if we don't, then we'll have a chunk of time that's already set aside for doing more pet clothes. Math. Hate that. Hate that for you. Okay, we did it! And now we just leave a long tail for sewing all of that in. Tuck this excess into the stem here. I'll help it stand up as well. Okay, so there's our leaves, and that's just gonna go right on top like that. Look at it! Oh my god, it's cute though. You can't say it's not cute. Alright. I also feel like my stem is definitely not as long as theirs, so I'm not sure how that happened, considering I did the same number of rounds, but... Fairy hat, I know, right? No, I think the concept of it all is very, very cute. So I am going to sew... I think I'm going to sew along... The pattern tells you to sew along the outlines of the leaves. I think I'm going to sew along this inner round so that the leaves have a little bit of movement still. And I think that'll make it easier to determine where I need to sew as well, because I'll just have it all go to this second row of the blue. Targeted ads, just throwing darts at a board and seeing where it lands. Yeah, that's what you get when you turn off the targeted part. Which is what I do. Fuck targeted ads. The ad you're watching said emotional support water bottle, and the next one said join the RV. No idea if you have them on or off. It's probably like a Google settings thing even. Okay. Go in here to get started. Where am I going into? What was I doing? You got a condom ad? Oh no. During Pride Month. I feel like you should pay attention to the ads now. It is kind of fun sometimes to compare the ads that people get. And just be like, what the fuck is going on with these advertisers, right? What is wrong with these people? I guess I could do this because you're not going to see the inside. That might be more sturdy. Man, sometimes when I'm watching Discovery Plus, because Jess and I have been down a huge like 90 Day Fiancé universe rabbit hole. Black Cat, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Flying Fox. That's so sweet of you. But I was just gonna say there's this one like weight loss Ozempic style drug ad that we'll get on there sometimes, and we'll get the same ad like 4 times in a row per ad break, and it's like, you know, there is such a thing as showing me your ad too much, actually. You actually can overdo it. all the time. Yeah. Oh. Wait, yeah, Zephyr, are you subbed and getting ads? Oh, one from a while ago. Okay. Okay. And that is attached. Boom. So the leaves are still have a little bit of that extra dimension to them because they're not sewn down all the way to the edges there, which I think looks a little bit more realistic. Okay. Tie a little knot here, weave this in. Lost all motivation to finish your hat, writing a list instead? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Free from the propaganda machine for a month. Okay, let's see here. Is there not a, there's not a chin strap or anything on this one, so I might just make one really quick. Hi, Scarlett. Yeah, get your streak. You made it in time. I just finished up this little tulip hat to go on a kitty. So, chain 35 pretty much. So let's see, where should I put it? Should I put it... probably where the ears holes are? Probably makes sense. Shows your outfit to your entire history class today? What outfit? Like a special outfit? I think I'm gonna use the green for this as well. Was wearing a shirt that said I'm gay. Very nice. Gotta represent. Stood up and asked everyone to rate your fit. Okay, let's see. Go into this. Did everyone cheer and clap? People died? Oh no. Your teacher said, Alex, you definitely got more confident since I met you. Whether that's a good thing or not, just sit down. Wow. It's a real happy for you, now shut the fuck up moment. Okay, I like what I'm doing, but I think it needs to be longer. Someone screamed 11 out of 10. Your friend almost started crying of secondhand embarrassment. Well, I chained 35. That actually looks like a pretty good length. Might do a couple more, because it's thicker. Do 40. He took a look at your face and could tell you were planning something, and we made eye contact and he shook his head, so I gave him a thumbs up. Really making him rethink his life choices. I have not heard Iconic. Who's that from? The only Iconic I know is Shyconic. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Le Seraphim, Cat's Eye, and Illit? Nice. That's like covering all of the bases of what I would have expected for that, to be honest. Scarlet streaking through the chat with the 55 stream streak. Well done. lost count. Sorry to streak and leave. Well, I mean, that's what the running is for. You're just running through.
Iconic just subscribed for 11 months.
Did you subscribe for 6 months in advance? Oh my gosh, Shy. Thank you so much. Shy's like, so you better keep streaming, because I already paid for it. Just looked at all the credits on that song. It took a whole village. 6 years, 3 months. Down to the second. Planning a 6-month streaming break. Ah, yes, I've gotten all of the money. I can finally retire. Okay. Shall we go fetch a kitty cat? What are we crocheting today? I just finished making a little tulip hat for one of my cats. So I'm about to go fetch a kitty, and then we'll see how it looks. So y'all have fun setting things on fire really quick. I'm gonna get the camera moved. And then I'm gonna get a kitty cat. I'm gonna swap out my tripod, actually, so it's better for this. Get us a better angle so we can see all that we need to see of cat. My phone is so hot right now. It's fucking overheating. Oh my god. And then I turned it off. It's fine, I got this. I got this, don't worry. Okay. Okay, be right back. Let's see if Agatha will do it. It may have to be that the sweater is for Carmilla and the hat is for Agatha. Because Agatha seems to be doing a lot better with the hat. She's not... Her ears are not quite cooperating, but... She's at least not scrambling to get away from me. Oh my god. Oh, aren't you just the cutest ever? Look at you. Oh. No, pose for the camera, come on. She's like, this is demeaning. Whoever invented pet clothes was a real menace. She's like, I hate this. Why would you do it? It's already coming off. She's not having it. Poor little baby. It's so hard getting tortured because you're so cute. It's so hard. Okay, well today we made clothes for Agatha. She's thumping that little tail. She's agitated, I can tell. You want me to take it off of you? There. It's all gone. You were very good. You were a very good girl. Thank you. I won't make you wear the sweater. I'll make Carmilla wear the sweater. Like I said, I think that she will do better with the sweater than Agatha would, so. Give that girl a treat. I know, I need to go get her some treats. I think actually we do have another Churu, but that's kind of messy for me to give her right this second, but I need to go to the pet store and get them more litter in a minute anyway, so I will probably be doing that right after I jump off of here, which I don't know why I'm dressing like this, because I'm going to do that in like literally a second, so. We got our payout. We got to see the kitty in the hat. I will try and get a better picture of it later too. But hey, hat done. Tomorrow we attempt a sweater. Thank you so much for getting a screen grab and putting that in the Discord. I'm gonna look for somebody for us to raid. For the Twitch crew to raid really quick, so please bear with me. Gonna finish up a little early here. Do you mean mine isn't perfect? Well, you know, you could only do so much with what you had, right? My eyeballs don't want to cooperate with me now. I've been staring at my crochet for too long. Well, it looks like Pix is live, so we can go over there. You got a Toyota ad in Spanish? Oh no. So we'll go say hi to Pick Stitch. They're doing Pokemon Crochet Bulbasaur. So if you would like to participate in the raid, you can do so by selecting your evilest emotes, whatever is available to you, and typing evil raid. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll make a little kitty cat sweater. Y'all have a good rest of your day.